This little thing right here is a doctor on your finger. This is a Nova R Smart Ring, and it's your own personal wellness navigator. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how this little device can literally change your life. So I've been using this ring for about a week, seeing how it will help my daily life so I can give you guys an accurate review. So let's get right into that. So when you're first opening the box, you're immediately exposed to the Smart Ring. It displays Nova's logo at the top, the ring, and then the size that you got. I had got this in a size 7, but if you don't know the size, I do recommend you get the sizing kit first just to make sure. And then once we get that out the box, which is super easy because they have these little tabs on them where you can just push down and pull, so that's pretty neat. You also get a smart guide from Nova, which tells you how to plug it in, how it works, how to download the app and everything. And then you get a manual instruction which guides you through everything. And then after that, looks like you get the cable. So right here's the cable. It is a Type C to Type A charger, which is really expected now. All right, and then last but not least, we do have the charger, which is pretty small. It's black and sleek. It's very minimalistic. It looks like there's a magnet right here that we can attach the ring to that allows it to charge. Now with the Nova ring, there obviously isn't a display on the actual device itself, so you do have to download the Nova app to use all of its features to its full potential. Setup is super easy. Just download the app and it discovers the ring super fast, but you do have to put some information in for it to be accurate, like your height, weight, things like that. But in the app itself, you can see and track everything that's to do with your health. Now back to the charger, which I think is super cool. Like I said, it's nice, small, and it has a very simple design that will fit quite literally anywhere. A really simple but effective feature that it has a display light. The light will be red when it's not charged and then green when it is fully charged, which only takes just about an hour. And then the battery life of this ring is on another level. Like I said, it takes about an hour to get a full charge, which lasts about 10 to 15 days of no use and then 4 to 7 days of your normal usage time, which when you think about it is extremely good. You're charging only for an hour to last you up to an entire week. Now I definitely have to get used to wearing this ring just because I'm not a jewelry type of person, but after about day 2, I really didn't feel a difference of me not having it on and then having it on. And that's because this thing only weighs 3 grams. It literally just feels like air on my finger at this point. And if you need a weight comparison, if you have $3 bills, that is equivalent to this ring right here. All right, so now let's talk about all of its features. All right, so Nova R ring can do a bunch of crazy things that wouldn't even expect it to do. And with all these features I'm about to talk about, you'd be extremely surprised. Now the first feature I want to show you guys isn't the most exciting, but it's definitely my favorite feature, the step tracker. Sometimes I feel like it's a reward to see how many steps you have and to beat it the next day or the day after that. And with the Nova app, you can easily track your steps throughout the day, week, or month. You can also set a goal to reach, which I think is where the reward comes from for me. I am 17 years old and sit at my desk most of the day, so reaching high is something that I really want to do. In the step tracker, it also counts the calories you burn, the distance, and the duration of your walks, going into depth into what's actually going on when you take those steps. I mean, it's kind of a standard with every smart device, but it's definitely an essential. Now the next feature I'm going to talk about is the sleep tracker. It rates it from awake, REM, light, and restful. It also tells you when you're awake or when your sleep changes throughout the night, what time, how deep you were sleeping, things like that. It also gives your sleep a rating, and recently mine has been in the 80s, and I can't lie, I've been sleeping extremely good these past few days, so it kind of makes sense. And this is something that I've never seen before, so it really did blow my mind. All right, the next feature is the daily tag feature, which is kind of like a diary. You just answer the prompted questions and then it just sits in your app as a reminder. Now, another standard feature with all smart devices is the exercise feature. Now, with this ring, you can select from a ton of different ones that I've probably never even seen before, from walking to bowling to even water polo. And you can set goals like how long you want to do this for or how many calories you want to burn. With me, I play basketball, so this will definitely come in handy. The Nova ring also measures your heart rate, which I think is super cool, and you can also look back on any date anytime, which is also super cool. It updates pretty often, but you can always hit the measure button to recalculate your heartbeat. You can also measure your HRV, which is the time between each heartbeat, and your blood oxygen, which these are both very important data once you learn how to read it. The last feature on the homepage I want to talk about is the stress feature. It actually measures how stressed out you are. I've been in the 30s, which is normal, but anything 60 and higher, you should be worried. Now at the bottom of the app, it has 5 different tabs. The first one being the home tab, but right next to that is the recovery tab, where you can see how you're recovering, how you're doing with your goals, and see your resting heart rate, average HRV, and sleep quality score. The next tab is just an easier way to see how you've been sleeping. It's the same as on the home tab, it's just more convenient to get to. Now the next tab is meditation, where you can scroll through courses that help you in your mental, which I think is super cool to add on because mental, I'm telling you, it's a very important part of your body. So make sure you guys treat your mental like any other part of your body, please. And then the last tab is the account/settings tab. You can see where percent the ring is at, set your goals, look at your profile, and things like that. It also has this feature in the settings tab called gesture control for camera. When wearing the ring, you can just move the hand that's wearing the ring quickly and it will snap a picture for you and go straight to your camera roll, which unfortunately only works for the Nova app and no other camera. But all in all, I really do like the ring. I think it's an amazing concept and I've been wearing it for over a week with no issues. And if you guys want to try it out for only $159, click the first link in the description down below. I appreciate every single one of you guys for watching and I will see you guys in the next one.